Is it on? Okay. Well, 明けましておめでとうございます。Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Thank you for coming today. And welcome to the Heart Mountain Winter Program Series. My name is Haruka, and I am from Japan. I am the Joy Japan Outreach Initiative Coordinator here in Heart Mountain Interpretive Center. And my role is promote awareness and understanding of Japan in regions of the United States with relatively few Japan-related activities and opportunities for exchange. So, in this winter program series, we are going to have a Japanese cultural workshops each month. And today, I'll tell you about Japanese New Year traditions, and then you will have a chance to try the most important one, eating mochi. So, before getting into the presentation, what is like the New Year in the United States? What's like? Party, drinking, and hangover day maybe, right? And then do you have a specific food or ritual during New Year? Oh yeah, kiss at midnight, yeah. I'm sorry? Oh, I didn't know that. Cheese and bread? Black-eyed peas. Oh, is that southern tradition? Do you eat in Wyoming too? Oh, good. Well, thank you. I've learned a lot. So today I'm going to introduce or tell you about the New Year in Japan, and especially foods. So this is today's agenda. First, I'll talk about New Year customs in Japan. Then I am going to talk about New Year foods and mochi. We'll even watch a short video about New Year's mochi at Heart Mountain. And lastly, you can try 3 different types of mochi. Yay, fun! So, New Year is the most important holiday in Japan, and it's my favorite holiday too. There are lots of special traditions and a lot of things are going on. So today, we celebrate New Year on January 1st. However, before 1873, we celebrated in the late January to February because Japanese calendar was lunar calendar. And since 1873, the official Japanese New Year has been celebrated according to the Western calendar, which is the same one used in the United States. But some regions still celebrate the Lunar New Year in Japan. For example, some regions in Okinawa or Kagoshima, they celebrate a Lunar New Year. So around this time. So on the New Year's Day, people wake up early to see first sunrise of the year or go to shrine to wish for prosperity and good health. And the New Year people are sending New Year greeting cards, and kids get money from their grandparents or relatives with this small, tiny envelopes. Um, and I would say it's a family day. And a lot of eating and drinking sake in the morning and watching TV, shopping. I spent my first Thanksgiving in the United States a couple months ago, and I thought, oh, this is felt like a Japanese New Year. So Thanksgiving is also family day, right? And eating lots of food, spend time with your family, and also doing the shopping, right? So like that, Japanese New Year is also a family day. So this is the calendar of December through January. In Japan, we start preparing for the New Year as soon as Christmas is over. So around here, around the 26th and to 28th, people decorate their houses with New Year decorations. And most offices are closed from December 29th through January 3rd. But in this year, we got lucky since the 28th and January 4th were Saturday. So the most people took 9 days off. And even though officially the national holiday is only January 1st, but everyone thinks of the New Year holiday as a January 1st to 3rd, or the whole week from the last work day of the old year to the first work day of the new one. Even though the New Year is the best time of year for people in Japan, but I don't recommend traveling to Japan around that time because everything will be closed. Literally, everything is closed, so be careful. And some New Year tradition happen after the official holiday vacation. For example, on the January 7th, people eat nanakusagayu, which means 7 herb porridge, because it is also used as a day of rest. The porridge is easy on the stomach and is consumed to rest the digestive systems, which may have been weakened by the food that is consumed during the New Year and Christmas. Also, people take down the New Year decorations on this day, 7th, except for the Kagami Mochi. So, this is the Kagami Mochi. I think this looks funny shape, and this is, it is 2 rice cake with an orange on top. It's funny. But this is New Year decoration, and this New Year decoration is usually placed in front of one's home Shinto altar, or in its absence, in the living room, kitchen, or main entrance. At the start of the New Year decorating, it is believed that when the New Year begins, a deity will visit, and offering them Kagami Mochi will bring good luck for the New Year. January 11th is called Kagami Biraki. We actually eat the Kagami Mochi. So we eat decoration. It's funny, right? Since it's not eaten immediately, the Kagami Mochi dries and has a harder consistency compared to the common mochi that are chewy and soft. Kagami Mochi is broken up and cooked into other Japanese dishes that you can eat more easily. This includes making the mochi into senbei, rice crackers, or traditional Japanese New Year soup called ozoni, or into Japanese dessert such as zenzai, which is red bean soup. Although it used to be a tradition to make kagami mochi at home, but in recent times, most people buy a ready-made version in supermarkets or convenience store. So this is how the ready-made version of kagami mochi looks like. So inside of the mochi-shaped plastic cup, please cut a mochi or inside of this container, so you can eat easily, more easily. And so food is very important part of New Year celebrations. These three are eaten on New Year's Eve through New Year's Day. So this noodle called toshikoshi soba. So soba is noodle. So, and toshikoshi means ending the year. So this is eaten on New Year's Eve, wishing for a long life because soba noodles symbolize longevity. And this is called osechi. And this is a traditional food enjoyed on New Year's Day. The assortment of colorful dishes is packed and displayed in the special stocking boxes. Every osechi dish has a special meaning in welcoming the coming New Year. But interestingly, I think that many Japanese people actually think that osechi is not that taste good. Because I think it's because the osechi is more old-fashioned food, and the most of the dishes taste the same. It's basically soy sauce-based taste, and it's kind of getting bored with keep eating the same taste food, right? So what my family do is after go to the shrine on the New Year's Day, we go to Italian restaurant to get some pizza and pasta. Well, I would say some Japanese people love it, the osechi, but for me, it's kind of food. But ozoni, I like ozoni. So ozoni is here, and this is the New Year mochi soup. Mochi, soft rice cake, are served in this traditional soup, and this is called ozoni. And Japanese New Year's events and food come from Shinto traditions, and various customs were born from the idea of kamijin kyoshoku, which means to eat food offered to the deities to receive the power of the deities and to be more energetic. Ozoni began as a stew of rice cakes made of agricultural and marine products to be offered to the New Year deities. And as I said, mochi is a big part of New Year dishes. But what is mochi? Have you tried mochi before? No? Oh, some people have. So mochi is a Japanese rice cake made of short grain glutinous rice. You cannot make mochi using regular short grain rice. You have to get the special rice for mochi. The steamed rice is pounded into paste and molded in the desired shape. In Japan, it is traditionally made in a ceremony called mochitsuki. While eaten year-round, mochi is a traditional food for the Japanese New Year. And it is commonly sold and eaten during that time. So I heard mochi is getting popular in the United States, but I've noticed that in American mochi is treated like dessert or candy, with cream or ice cream with inside. So this is the mochi I think the many American people think about. It's ice cream inside and dessert. And in Japan, we do that too sometimes. But in Japan, mochi can be either savory or sweet. And it can be decorations as well. So now let's talk about the New Year at Heart Mountain. In the Heart Mountain Bungei, the magazine of arts and literature, there is an essay about the New Year. When I read this, I thought I have to have a mochi event here. This essay vividly shows how important having a mochi was. So this essay goes, rumors of despair began to spread about our much anticipated mochi rice, just as we faced the lonesome thought that this year we would have no mochi. Suddenly, a bag of mochi rice was delivered to the mess halls. It was like seeing a ray of sunlight peeking through the clouds. We were so happy. And we all put on our best clothes and went to the mess hall, where we bowed and exchanged our New Year's greetings with everyone. Ate the best zoni. So imagine Christmas without a Christmas tree, or Thanksgiving without turkey and pumpkin pie. Since the New Year celebration is very important in Japanese culture, I can imagine the sadness of not being able to celebrate our traditions properly. And Heart Mountain has a great mochi story. We are going to watch the short video about mochi and Heart Mountain.
Downtown Los Angeles, on 1st Street in Little Tokyo, sits Fugetsu Do,
This is the fruit flavor.
a small shop that makes a traditional Japanese confection called mochi.
Mochi is usually made out of either sweet rice flour or rice flour. After it's steamed and cooked, and it's usually pounded traditionally.
Mochi is a delicious, usually sweet pastry with a texture similar to marshmallow.
That's it. That's mochi.
It can be colored, stuffed,
Now this is a pancake that has mochi in it.
shaped.
Oh, those are beautiful.
The Japanese have been sharing it for holidays and special events for centuries. It's very much ingrained in their culture. Brian's family has been making it here since 1903.
It's always been either my grandfather or my father or myself, and we were very involved with the community.
Like thousands of other Japanese Americans in Los Angeles during World War II, Brian's family was forced into a concentration camp, leaving their business and all their belongings behind. They ended up at Heart Mountain, and then something remarkable. News spread of their talent.
In order to make the mochigashi there, what they had to do is they didn't have enough sugar. So every family was given a sugar ration every month. People would take part of their ration and drop it off with my grandfather.
It was a magical opportunity for Brian's grandfather and father, giving their community, their fellow inmates, what they desperately longed for, a taste of home.
It was an important role in camp because it was, a comfort food.
This is rare film from inside the camp, a private glimpse of inmates making mochi, helping make life a little more bearable. In return, when they came home from the war, those Heart Mountain internees became the foundation for the Kitos to reestablish their business.
Over the years when I first started working at the shop, a majority of customers had some type of memories from camp and meeting my dad or my grandfather. In fact, even Patty's grandparents, I guess, were good friends with my grandparents.
In Patty Hirahara's collection, photos of Brian's family with Patty's. In this one, you can see Brian's father with Patty's grandfather sharing a special holiday dinner inside their barracks.
It's really fantastic. I mean, she has sent me photos that I didn't know exist, like the picture from my parents' reception, wedding reception.
And that's another monumental occurrence for the Kitos at Heart Mountain. Brian's father, just a young man at the time, met the woman of his dreams.
They met in camp, and Dad evidently was supposed to be very popular with the girls in camp. I understand. That's what he says, too.
This photo gives Brian an invaluable glimpse into a trying but special time.
You know, I guess my thoughts are kind of like they're happy, but they're also a little bit sad. They did the best they could, and yet Mom doesn't have a wedding dress on. I'm sure that would have been her biggest dreams. It must have been one of the happiest days of their lives. And then you kind of think, but gee, they were in camp.
All right. So, oops. Are you ready to eat? So, today we have 3 types of mochi for you to try. So one is ozoni. It's New Year mochi soup. And second one is soy sauce and seaweed. I think this second one is very classic. And number 3 is daifuku. It's dessert, the sweet mochi. And sweet bean paste inside of the mochi. And so on your table, we already prepared the number 3 daifuku, and there are 3 colors, and white one, and pink one, and green one. And so white one is classic, and pink one is sakura cherry blossom flavor, and green one is yomogi herb flavor. And also on your table there is a cup of soy sauce and nori seaweed on your table. So you can use your soy sauce and seaweed when you eat second one mochi. And so, talking about ozoni, ozoni differs from region to region. And the ingredients used also vary from region to region. Roughly speaking, the East uses a square mochi, and West uses round mochi. For soup, this yellow region uses the white miso soup. And this specific region uses the bean soup. And I am from this area. I'm from Kanagawa, which is located just south of Tokyo. And my mom is around here, so northern part of Japan. And I haven't tasted the other regions' ozoni, because every family have their own, yeah, you can serve it. Every family have their own recipe. But today, we've prepared Tokyo-style ozoni for you, and which means clear soup and square mochi. And inside of the soup, daikon radish and carrot, spinach, and chicken are inside of the soup. So now we are serving mochi soup, ozoni. But before I start eating, just quick warning. So mochi is very tasty and an important New Year's tradition, but it's very dense. So if you try to swallow it whole, it's a bit like trying to swallow a whole steak. So every year, some people choke on mochi, especially elders with weak swallowing muscles. So just like a steak, it's good to take bites and chew properly. So maybe wet your throat with some tea first, and please enjoy your mochi. And yeah, you can now enjoy your mochi. Please enjoy. Yes, I'm from Kanagawa, so it's around the Tokyo area, and mom is from the northern part of Japan. So I would say I am having a combination of northern style and Tokyo style combination, kind of ozoni for growing up. And so when my mom cook ozoni, salmon egg is inside, or other fish. So we took the broth out of other type of fish and make it more special. But today we're prepared Tokyo style. It's more easy to prepare, and I think, well, yeah, I think Tokyo style is good too. But as I said, so the recipe is different from each families and the region. So there are many different types of ozoni, but basically ozoni is mochi soup. Yeah. So now we're serving just plain mochi, and you can dip it, or you can take soy sauce with your spoon and, how do you say, yeah, make your soy sauce and seaweed mochi like that. Yes? So first, you take your plain mochi and dip it or put in the soy sauce, and then you wrap with seaweed. Yep. Yes? Yes, I made that soup. Oh, thank you. So we have extra mochi. If you want more mochi, we'll bring on the back table so you can try. And you can also try a sweet one, daifuku, on your table. Yes, if you have any questions. Yes? Which types of mochi are good, better? What what is your favorite taste? So before closing, you already know, but we're having Japanese cultural workshops in winter program series, and next one will be February 22nd, and the theme is about sake and Heart Mountain. And the March will be chirashi sushi bowl cooking. So chirashi sushi is commonly eaten during the March celebrations, and it's sushi but not rolled sushi. So different types of sushi. So if you interested in cooking, please join us. And April is ikebana flower arrangement. It's Japanese style flower arrangement, and we are going to use real flower and doing flower arrangement. And if you're interested in learning more about Japanese culture, and want to support Heart Mountain Wyoming Foundation, please join our membership. And you can also get discount on winter program series, and the benefits vary based on membership level. So for more information, visit our website. And if you have questions, please ask me. And lastly, we would love to hear your feedback. On your table with your handouts, there is a feedback sheet. So, and yes, I would love to hear your feedback so that we can, I forgot the word. Improve, that's the word, improve. Yes, improve our workshop. And during this workshop, we took some pictures, and I'd like to post those on my social media. And if you don't like it, please let me know and later. So thank you very much for coming today. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.
And I'll just say a little bit in closing. Thank you so much, Haruka. Yay! My name is Ara Sunada Newland. I'm the executive director here at Heart Mountain, and we're just so excited to be able to offer this series of programs for you. I will add just 2 additional things for context. One of them, so I'm 4th generation Japanese American. My grandmother's family was incarcerated here. And one of the things that feels so good to me about having Haruka on our site for these next 2 years is that it gives people like me a chance to learn the traditions that I never learned growing up. For a lot of us whose families were, subject to incarceration, they were literally punished for celebrating their, ethnic heritage. And so in a way, this is a way for Heart Mountain through Haruka to bring folks into the fold locally from our local community. But also there's a tremendous healing potential and sort of for Japanese Americans to be able to reclaim sort of a cultural pride that was taken away from us almost 80 years ago. So thank you on multiple levels, Haruka. Also, thank you all for being kind of our guinea pigs. This winter program series is us trying all these things out for the first time. And then come tourist season, we anticipate offering these kind of on repeat for this ever new tourist population that will be passing through. So if you tell folks about these programs and they're like, oh, I wish I could have gone, there will be more opportunities, particularly through the summer. So keep an eye on our website and our social media to learn more. So thank you again, enjoy, and please do, Haruka will just be sort of milling around and ask questions as you wish. So thank you all.